Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about the next step in my newsletter. Keep going, taking you guys through the process of how I'm building this up. As you guys know, my newsletter is called The Simple American, and it's a 1-minute daily news brief. Quick read. The news are in bullet point form, 8 to 12 of the most important things that happen in the day from my perspective. And today on this episode, I want to talk to you about 3 things I did to make a better landing page for my newsletter, how I edited it and got cool graphics to go on my landing page, and then how I was changing the subject line and descriptions of the emails I was sending out each night to increase the open rate, the click-through rate, and just to get a lot more engagement with my newsletter. So let me start with the landing page. I definitely tweaked the landing page a lot, and I learned a lot in the very beginning. When I first started my newsletter, I had a subject line on my landing page, like a description line that was a little bit longer, and then I did one that was really short. At one point I had it was quick read, unbiased, informative, and it's I don't know, it didn't feel right. And then I kind of learned that you need to have a very basic and to the point description of your newsletter so people know exactly what it is and what they're going to get out of it. So I changed from an unbiased daily news brief. I changed a lot of different things on it. And I felt that the big difference that I had compared to other newsletters about current events was how quick mine was. A lot of the newsletters you'll see is get smarter in 5 minutes or a 5-minute daily read. And I was okay, people want to be able to consume information faster. So what's my differentiator? Mine's a 1-minute read. So I was I need that in the description. Me being unbiased or as unbiased as possible is great, and I want to continue to do that because I feel like people just want to know what's going on without an agenda. But I felt like my big key was the fact that it was so quick. So now I've changed my newsletter description line to catching up on the news of the day with a free 1-minute read. So 2 things. I have 1-minute read in there, and I have free. Since I've changed my landing page description to that line, I've definitely seen the amount of people converting and subscribing to my newsletter increase. So that's been a big win for my newsletter. Another thing I did with my landing page is I wanted to create a cool graphic on there to show people what the newsletter would look like if they subscribed every day. So I'll put a picture here to show you how I did that. But what I did was I went on to a site called Shots.so. It's a free site, and it let me pick out a picture of an iPhone, and then I took pictures from my newsletter, pasted them onto the photos of the iPhone, and I'll show you guys here, so that you could see what the newsletter looked like when you open it up. You'd see the Simple American at the top story, and then how the bullets would start to develop. And I thought that that was really unique. That really helped me converting people into subscribers because they saw what they were going to be getting through that image. Again, the site was called Shots.so. It's a free site. Beehiiv, the platform that I write my newsletter on, actually does a quick 3 or 4 minute tutorial on how to do that. That's very helpful. I would recommend you guys checking that out. So yeah, that's kind of how I got that graphic in there. I thought that helped my newsletter. It made it look more professional, gave people an idea of what they were going to be getting every day. And then kind of the last thing I made adjustments to increase the engagement with my newsletter was the subject line that you would get when it would come in your inbox every night. So normally what I did was I had 3 different things. I would take one big storyline, and that would be the subject. Of course, when you open the newsletter, it would be all the different bullets. But that one subject line, that one big piece of news would be the top story of the day. I would shorten it up and do the top story and then something else that was really interesting in the day. And I would try to do for example, Biden pardons X number of people and Apple comes out with a new iPhone or something like that. That's just an example. I would do one thing that was more political, one thing that was more business oriented, or economics oriented, and I try to do both so to get a taste. Like I wouldn't want to do two things related to politics, if that makes sense. And then the last idea that I tried is I would do three things. So, and I'd make them even shorter. So for example, if things that dominated the news were like TikTok, Trump, and like Facebook, I would do like news on TikTok, Trump speaks, comma, and Meta develops a new software system or something, just an example. And I do three things, one, and one. And I would try to see from there, just so that people would know kind of what other things that were going to be in the newsletter that day. And of course, I'm still tinkering with this as I go and as I grow to see which style kind of gets the best response. So far, what I'm seeing is the scenario where I'm giving two examples. So say one political and one business headline has been doing the best. But it's not by much. It's not by much. There's not a big difference in what I've been seeing, but that's so far what's been giving me the best results. So I'm kind of sticking to that most of the time, but I do switch it up to see if I see some changes in there as I've been growing subscriber-wise. But that's the video for today. As we speak, I am at 2,889 subscribers. Thank you guys all for listening today. The next video, I will be talking about me being in touch with a company that's going to help me run ads and try to help me grow my newsletter and how that conversation went. But thank you guys all for listening. Please like and subscribe this video. I will attach a link to my newsletter below in the description, so please click on that and subscribe as well. Thank you guys all, and we'll see you next time.